If you're an introvert and you've ever felt drained at work, or maybe you're just wondering why everyone else seems to enjoy the noise, the meeting, the constant talking, but you don't, there is nothing wrong with you. You are not lazy, you're not antisocial, you're just wired differently. And I say this as someone who lives here in Canada and has felt the same pressure to keep up in workplaces that constantly demand for energy I simply do not have. At some point I told myself there has to be a quieter way to work, and instead of gatekeeping, I would rather share what has helped me, because I know there are introverts out there who just need someone to basically show them a calmer path. So let me show you real quick 9 quiet remote jobs that introverts like me now enjoy and how you can thrive in it. Now there's a kind of work that feels peaceful, very quiet, the kind where you're basically just researching, reading on projects, non-profit programs, just trying to make a difference. There are no meetings involved. You gather information, you basically put your thoughts together in your own space. And that is where grant writing comes in. The job basically is to help organizations express their mission clearly in funding proposals. And it's calm, it's structured, and very detailed. You need to be focused, and this is something that introverts naturally enjoy. And here is the part most people don't know. Skilled grant writers are well paid, because grant is what keeps organizations running. Many beginners start with small community groups, maybe school or even local non-profit organizations. Then they grow from there. And something that is even more important, companies don't use one title for this work. So if you don't see grant writers online, you can look out for development associates, grant coordinator, proposal writers. You also have grant and funding assistant and non-profit research assistant. You will find some of these jobs with non-profits, schools, foundations, and even some community organizations, and not forgetting popular job boards as well. Now, if you say, well, writing is not my thing, but you want something that is quiet, you want something that is structured, then this next job might feel even more aligned with your personality. This role is perfect for introverts who love clarity and simple communication. I say this because it is quiet, it's thoughtful, and it doesn't require you talking to people all day. You are mostly working alone, crafting little bits of text people see inside apps, websites, and even digital products. Now, this is called UX writing, and it's less about storytelling and more about helping users know where to click, what to expect, how to move through a digital experience without confusion. Because at the end of the day, this work directly affects user experience, and companies pay well for it. Now, most UX writers earn anywhere from the low of 60K per annum and up to 6 figures, just depending on your experience. And when it comes to freelancers, trust me, you can also earn well as a freelancer in this field. Finally, find these roles with tech companies, SaaS startups, and product teams, especially on LinkedIn, remote job boards, and places that are hiring for user-focused roles. And for those of you who are new here, I just want to say welcome. I am a Canadian-based creator, originally from Nigeria, and I basically help people find calm and realistic work options that actually fits their personality. And by the way, let me know in the comments if you are more introverted or extroverted, or maybe you fall in between. I'm curious to know who I'm talking to. Now, this particular one is a quiet role and does not require you to be on chat or on call all day. This particular role falls under compliance. And as a compliance specialist, you're basically helping companies make sure that their processes, documents, and policies, they follow the rules. This work is calm, it's detailed heavy work, and it is actually perfect for introverts. The pay is solid. Many roles start with 60K per annum and goes well into the 90K range and above, just depending on your experience and also the industry. And it's important to know that a lot of companies, they rarely use the title compliance specialist. Okay, you might find some jobs with that title, but you can look out for compliance coordinator, risk and compliance assistant. You can also look out for policy analyst, regulatory associate, process auditor, risk operations analyst, and so on. You can spot this easily on platforms like LinkedIn, corporate career pages, and also some remote first job boards. Now, this next one is perfect, especially if you speak more than one language and you prefer to work quiet and independent. So it's usually just you, your headphone, sometimes a document or audio file that you're working on. I know it sounds surprisingly, but yes, this falls under translation. Your job is basically to take content from one language and to turn it into another while keeping the meaning natural and accurate. This is steady, it is structured, and it's very introverts friendly. Now, before you say AI can get this done, always note that AI doesn't always sound human, and you always need that human touch. So when it comes to pay, you're looking at 40 to 70k depending on the organization and also your experience. So if you want to look out for translator jobs, you might not find it as translator, but you can look out for localization specialist, bilingual content editor. You can look out for language QA tester, content localization assistant, or transcription translation support. So this usually pop up with global companies, tech firms, media brands, and educational platforms that are always hiring remotely. So you can look that up as well. Now, this next one is quiet, behind the scene job. A lot of people keep hearing about it but don't fully understand it. Now, most of the work happens in your own space, basically reviewing short prompts. You are rating responses or checking whether an AI tool is behaving correctly. It's very low pressure, I must say, and very introvert friendly, especially if you are an introvert. So this kind of work falls under AI training. You're basically helping improving AI systems by giving feedback, labeling data, correcting output, even comparing responses. It is calm, repetitive. It's a good way to not be in meetings all day long. And when it comes to the pay, it varies depending on the project, but many roles land anywhere from as low as $20 an hour to maybe $40 an hour, just depending on the technicality of the task. And roles like this, they appear under different names, such as AI rater, AI data annotator, machine learning data labeler, search quality rater. These words are kind of a lot, but you usually see them listed in tech companies like data annotation. You can look them up, or some AI focused firms that are always hiring immediately. You get to see these roles on LinkedIn. If you enjoy working with information more than working with people, then this next one will surprisingly feel natural to you. It's the kind of job where you can put on your headphone, open your laptop, and just focus on patterns, numbers, designs without anyone interrupting you every 5 minutes. I know you're interested in such job. Well, this falls under data analysis. You've heard about the word data analysis, but you really don't know what a data analyst do. Well, as a data analyst, your job basically is to review information, organize it, make sure that you look out for trends that help companies make better decisions. To be honest, it is a calm, logical work perfect for introverts, people who love structure, who love problem solving. The pay is strong. A lot of beginners, they start from 55 to 70k per annum in dollars. Experienced analysts, they go all the way from 80 to 100k dollars per annum, and it depends on the industry and your experience. And these roles, they appear under several names like a data technician, business intelligence assistant, reporting analyst, data operations associate, job insights analyst. It goes on and on and on. You'll see these with tech companies, financial firms, healthcare organizations, and also some remote first startups. So go look them up. and let me know. Come back and let me know what your experience is like. Now, if for some reason you've been told, I love the way you explain things, you make things really simple, and you know you're the kind of person who naturally just breaks things down simple, step by step for people to understand, then this next role will feel very natural to you. In this role, you are basically just writing quietly in your own space. No loud teams, no heavy social interaction. In fact, this type of work falls under technical content writing. Now, for a technical content writer, you create easy to understand guides, tutorials, articles, explainer videos using some digital tools. It's very thoughtful and a very structured writing, and it helps introverts to basically just put their thoughts together and see it in plain sight. The pay is also solid. You're looking at 55 to 80k per annum, depending on your experience and also the industry in focus. Remember, the amount I'm mentioning here is in dollars because I am in Canada, and based on my research, I'm bringing you the industry specific pay band for each of these roles. So if you're a writer, you've just been busy with articles, you can also look into some of these roles that I'm going to be mentioning. So you might not see the word technical writer a lot online, but you can also look up for similar roles like documentation specialist, knowledge-based writer or knowledge-based manager, instructional content creator, product documentation assistant, learning content writer. All of this still falls under the same bucket. So you will find them, this kind of roles, with software companies, SaaS brands, and remote first tech teams. You can look them up on popular job boards. If you're that kind of person that naturally notices small mistakes, you're that person that will catch an error before anyone else does, then this role is part of quality assurance. Now, a QA analyst or a quality assurance analyst basically tests websites, apps, software, features, just to make sure that everything is working the way it's supposed to. You will click through different parts of a product, look for issues, report what you find, and basically help team fix problems that their users are experiencing. The pay is very strong, okay? Strong for beginners, and there are many entry-level roles that's from 50 to 65k dollars per annum, and experienced testers can go all the way up from $80,000 upwards, depending on your experience and also the industry. Some of them don't always pop up as QA analysts. You can look out for software tester. We also have some roles that are titled QA technician, product tester, quality specialist, and so on. You'll find these roles across tech companies, job boards, or remote software teams, and also popular job boards like remote.ok and LinkedIn. Now, for a quick check-in, if you're still here with me, then you are definitely my kind of person. I want you to go ahead and drop the word quiet in the comments below, okay, so that I know that you are still watching. And if this video in any way has helped you, don't forget to hit the like button, and please share this video just to help someone that really needs it, especially at this point in time. Now let's head over to the last one on the list. This is one of the quietest remote job I have seen. It's perfect if you prefer to observe than to speak. In fact, it's the kind of work where you can stay muted the entire time, just simply watching how people interact with an app or a website while you basically take notes in the background. Now, this role is called a UX researcher note taker. And as a researcher, you're basically leading the session. The participant talks through their entire experience. Your job basically is to capture what's happening, what worked, what confused them, what needs to be fixed, all of those kind of nuances. No presentation, no talking, no pressure, just a silent observer that is more or less just taking a structured note. So when it comes to pay, it's between $25 to $45 per hour or per session, depending on the company. If you're a freelancer, you know how to gauge your prices. And if you're interested in roles like this, you can look up for titles like UX observation assistant, research note taker, usability session support, and also user testing assistant. This is huge because these roles, they often show up with UX agencies, that is user experience. In case you're wondering, what is this UX thing she's talking about? It means user experience. But before you go, I just want you to remember this. The whole point of this video is to help you see that there are so many opportunities out there, even the ones that show up with titles that looks unfamiliar or a little bit scary at first. A lot of them are quiet, perfect for introverts, friendly, and honestly not as complicated as they sound. So if you want more clear and calm breakdowns like this, just go ahead, smash the subscribe button, share this video, tap on the like button as well. And before you leave, I want you to watch the next one I have linked. It will give you even more options to explore. And I just want to say I'll see you on the next one. Till then, take care and bye for now.